देवी सज्जनों, उदयपुर में समय से पूर्व आपका स्वागत है। बाहर का तापमान 34 डिग्री सेल्सियस है। अब आप अपने मोबाइल फोन्स का उपयोग कर सकते हैं। हम आशा करते हैं आपकी यात्रा सुखद रही। विस्तार और सम्मान के ग्रुप की ओर से हमारे साथ यात्रा करने के लिए आप सभी का धन्यवाद।
Hi guys, and welcome to the start of another vlog. So as you guys might have guessed from the title and the beginning of this video, I am in Udaipur. I'm actually here for a few days with my friend, and I thought that I could film this quick little travel vlog for you guys. This is my first time in Udaipur, and I'm really excited to check out the city and everything it has to offer. So yep, that's what this video is going to be about. As always, whenever I travel, I carry some book with me, and the book that I've carried with me for this trip is The Henna Artist by Alka Joshi. This book is actually set in Rajasthan. It's actually set in Jaipur, not Udaipur, but I thought that it would be a great reading companion for this trip, just for the feels. Because it's a story set in Rajasthan. So, yep, I'm going to be doing some reading, I'm going to be doing a lot of sightseeing, and I will take you guys along with me. I had already started reading The Henna Artist by Alka Joshi in Bombay actually. And to be very honest with you guys, I was going to DNF it. The main reason why is because I felt that this was an Indian book written for a Western audience. There were so many things, like the way that the author was describing Indian culture, especially the caste system and things about Indian culture in general, that were just very superficial and stereotypical. And it felt like it was written for a Western audience that had difficulties in understanding Indian culture. And so I didn't really feel like reading this book anymore. But because I was traveling to Udaipur, I thought of giving this book another chance. And I'm glad I did, because reading it in Udaipur was definitely a very different and kind of pleasing experience. The Henna Artist by Alka Joshi follows our protagonist Lakshmi, who is a fiercely independent woman. Lakshmi basically runs away from her abusive marriage and sets up a life for herself in Jaipur, where she works as a henna artist for some of the wealthiest women there. What follows is the story of how the independent lifestyle that Lakshmi has made for herself is threatened when her ex-husband suddenly arrives in Jaipur with a sister that Lakshmi didn't know she had. Now, Alka Joshi's writing, like her prose, is beautiful. And the way that she's described Jaipur's havelis and palaces and bazaars is so descriptive that it transports you there. And so reading about these things that she's described, like the mosaic walls in the havelis, the pictures of Maharajas on the walls in the palaces, the plush furniture, whilst actually sitting in a haveli in Udaipur amidst these actual things was such a unique experience, and I think it definitely enhanced my experience reading this book. Hi guys, okay, so it's been a pretty slow morning. I basically spent the entire morning sitting in different areas of the hotel reading my book and doing nothing else because everything in the city is shut. At least the hotel that we're staying at is really beautiful. It's a heritage property, so it's a really old haveli and it's right by the lake. So it's a really nice place that we're staying. So basically, I think we're going to spend the day chilling out. Yeah, we're going to spend the day chilling out. I'll read some more, maybe eat some food over here, and do nothing else. Yeah, I'll check in with you guys later.
लोकल जैन लोग राणाओं के कैशियर थे। अच्छा, कैशियर खजाने की देख रेख करते हैं, खजाने वो जैनी थे। तो जैनियों में
मंदिर बना दिया और ये सारे टूटे
हुए मंदिर के पार्ट है। ये सब पहले नहीं था, दीवार जो दिख रही थी वो थोड़ी दीवार थी, शमशान घाट कह रहे हैं, बारूद वगैरह उस पूरे एरिया में चारों तरफ इधर मारा जाता है, इधर आग लगाई जाती है और एक जलती हुई आग में एक लेडीज अपने शरीर को जिंदा कर, ये पूरा जौहर स्थान है और इस जौहर की जगह ये बनी हुई है।
Coming back to my experience of reading the book in the place that it was set in, I feel like this also made me realize why I love historical fiction books so much. I feel like when we read history in the form of stories, it becomes more real for us. History no longer becomes just dates and events in a textbook. In fact, reading these stories enables us to put ourselves in the place of these characters in the book and actually feel what they might be feeling at that time. And then actually visiting those places which are mentioned in books crystallizes that story, those emotions, and those characters in your mind and makes it feel even more real. Hi guys, okay, so I am back in Bombay and I thought that I would end this vlog by giving a quick little review of The Henna Artist by Alka Joshi because I just finished reading this book today and I wanted to let you guys know my thoughts. Now, like I mentioned already in the vlog, my biggest critique of this book, or rather what I didn't like about it, is that it honestly feels like it's an Indian book that is written for Western audiences. Now, when it comes to a lot of things about Indian culture that were written in this book, whether it's the caste system or just things about Indian culture which have a lot of nuances, which have layers, which are not very black and white. I feel like those things are handled in a very, very superficial manner in this book, because that is the only thing that a Western audience will be able to understand or will be able to digest. There were other things in this book as well, especially when it came to Indian village life as well as patriarchy. Just the way it was written was as if the character in this book, Lakshmi, who is narrating the story, was narrating it to a Western audience. There were a lot of sentences which began with, in India, this happens. In an Indian village, this happens. And I'm just like, I mean, it just felt as if this was a book written for Western audiences, audiences that would not, that wouldn't understand India unless it was explained in a very simple, superficial manner. And that's what really irked me about this book. However, what kept me going and what I really enjoyed about this book was the writing. Like I mentioned before, Alka Joshi's prose is just gorgeous. The way that she has described the different Havelis of Jaipur, the palaces, the markets, the streets, everything about it was absolutely exquisite, and that's what really kept me hooked to this book, because it was very, very atmospheric. You felt transported into the streets of Jaipur at that time. This is a historical fiction book, and that is what really, really kept me hooked to this book. The other thing that I really liked about this book was the story. I found Lakshmi's story to be very, very inspirational, and the way that Alka Joshi has talked about class differences and what it takes for a woman like Lakshmi, who belongs to a higher caste but a lower section of society, what it takes for her to realize her dreams, like that I felt was portrayed in a very brutal manner, a very, very honest and brutal manner that makes you really feel for the character of Lakshmi, and you just feel so angry at the injustices that happened to her. But at the same time, like, seeing her overcome some of the obstacles that come in her way is also very, very inspirational. And where Alka Joshi might not have added a lot of nuance when it came to certain aspects about Indian culture, when it came to character development and character building, there was a lot of nuance. There were many shades. Like her character is not black and white. She has shades of gray. She makes a lot of mistakes along the way, but you understand where she's coming from and why she's made those mistakes, and just the immense amount of guilt that she feels for the mistakes that she's made and the choices that she's made to reach where she is. And I felt that characterization was absolutely beautiful. Overall, I would say it is a beautifully written book with some great characters that are not black and white, that you will get angry with, but I guess it's just because she's written very, very human characters, which I think always helps a story. So, yep, that is my review of the Henna Artist by Alka Joshi, and that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give it a big fat thumbs up. Leave a comment down below letting me know if you've read this book or if you've read the sequel. I believe there's a second book by Alka Joshi set in Jaipur. I don't know if it's the same characters. It might be a sequel. I don't know. But let me know if you've read the second book written by Alka Joshi. And of course, do subscribe to my channel for more book-related videos. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.